Well, let's talk about this morning the sin of envy. We have an expression in English, to eat your heart out. And so as a childhood movie, my kids would watch Chick Hicks say, "Hey, McQueen, eat your heart out." Or we have a Christmas movie in my family where Dick Thornburg says, "Eat your heart out, Channel 4." That expression, whenever you hear it, is an invitation to envy. And that expression is also a great description of envy. Envy is the self-cannibalism of our resentment. To envy is to let your discontent dine on you. There's that gnaw that sees what you don't have and in the process makes sure there's less of you. Again, it sees all that you don't have and it resents a world that seems to have it. In fact, one of the most telltale signs of envy is resentment. But it is that kind of resentment that doesn't start from the bitterness over an injury. That's its own sin. No, but this resentment, the resentment of envy, starts with a disappointment. The heart doesn't have something it wants. It sees someone else has it, and it pins a grievance on that. And then this disappointed soul says to itself, all I want in life is just a little equality. Just a little equality. And enough of people do that together, and socialism is born, or social justice is born, or third worldism is born, or anti-Americanism is born, all from that novel and completely unbiblical idea that justice must include equality. But that is not true. I can work hard my whole life and never get a West Side Santa Cruz beach house. And the world is just as just. And here's the test, by the way, some Silicon Valley Hindu might get it, adding it to the 5 American homes he doesn't inhabit. And even in that case, justice is not violated. God is still very just, for justice doesn't demand such equalization. Only resentment demands that kind of equality. And this isn't, at root, an evil that's out there in the politics or in the economics of our world. At root, it's an evil in our own hearts. And from that eaten-out hole of our heart, injury continues to ruin us, to injure us in 3 areas of life. It ruins us in what we already have. It ruins us in the thing we want. And it ruins us in our relationship to others. First, envy injures what we already have by making us blind to it, as it trails our eyes on other things that we do not have. And so, perhaps if we define it that way, you can see that one of the best ways to fight envy is thanksgiving. Second, envy injures your desire by turning its object into an idol, and an idol that you trust and want to trust more than God. And so thanksgiving for what you have and also for what you don't have is part of the battle. And third, envy injures your neighbor by turning them into a rival who got what you wanted. And so thanksgiving for others' blessings as part of your own practice of thanksgiving is one of the best fights against envy. In that Romans 12:15 kind of way, rejoice with those who rejoice. Today is our church's birthday, and it's our Thanksgiving week, and we're going to do today, as we've done for 19 years, a microphone is set up outside for you to say what you're thankful for. And in preparation for that time, I want you to think about this. Do you want to fight for better politics? Do you want to fight against bad economic systems? Do you want to fight against the evil of this world? Then start with your heart and with your home. And do it in that way that 1 Chronicles 16:8 says, give thanks to the Lord among the people. And that's at the end of service. But for now, that reminds us of our need to confess. So hear this from Psalm 61. Hear my cry, O God, attend to my prayer. From the end of the earth I will cry to you when my heart is overwhelmed. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I. If you're with us today and are able, you're invited to kneel. Come, let us worship and bow down and kneel before the Lord our God, our Maker.